Well, I'm sure this clock will bring back some memories to any OGs to my collection, to my YouTube channel here. This is a, I believe, 1930 New Haven timbre number 86. This clock is actually quite sentimental to me, given its story. And as we can see here, it has definitely seen quite a bit of life. So this clock I bought off of Facebook Marketplace from an absolutely sweet old lady. Her name was Lori. Absolute sweetheart. I'm not sure if she's still around, as I got this clock in 2024, and I would say she would be in her 80s, mid 80s maybe. Again, absolute sweetheart. I absolutely loved being around her and her telling the story of this thing. So this clock used to belong to her mother, and her mother bought this brand new out of the factory when this clock came out. And it had been in her family for a very long time, until of course she decided to sell it to me. Even when I arrived to pick it up, she was still a bit hesitant, as this clock meant a lot to her, and given that it had been in her family for quite some time. I almost felt bad picking this clock up, but I did have to do a bit of work on the bezel, as the glass came with the glass fallen out, so I've done my best to put that back in, which has held up very well, so I don't think that's going anywhere. Let me turn it around here. And there's the New Haven movement, and this slip of paper here is her mother's handwriting. I'm not sure when this slip of paper was added. I'm gonna assume the 60s, maybe? Now, what makes this clock so special, that this makes, honestly, it makes this clock absolutely incredible, is that this movement has never once been serviced. This is quite literally new old stock, but very new old stock. And this movement is honestly incredible that it's lasted this long, and despite that it's never once been serviced, it's runs perfectly. It's honestly just amazes me that this movement has survived such a long time without once being serviced. And yeah, the bushings, of course, are a little worn. Actually, this one has quite a bit of play in it. But given how long it's been and never once been serviced, those bushings have held up incredibly well. Like, incredibly well. And every bushing is original to this movement. Another reason the seller had to, or not had to, but wanted to sell it was because the chimes are blisteringly loud, and honestly, yeah, this clock still remains my loudest chiming clock in my collection. I'm not going to lift the hammer fully, but even just from here, it's fairly audible. And that was barely anything. That, it lifts about there. before dropping. It's blisteringly loud. But an absolutely incredible piece of history. It does absolutely amaze me that this clock continues, even though it's never been worked on. And honestly, I want to keep that heritage going for this clock. I don't really use it much. Only just to tell its story, basically. It just sits in my closet where dust can't really get to it and everything. But I want to keep that heritage going for her family, as I can feel how much this clock meant to her and her family, and you know, so I want to keep that heritage for this clock as much as I can. I would only get this thing serviced if I absolutely had to. But yeah, I figured I'd share this clock story, and it's an absolutely incredible story. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hope you guys have a nice rest of your day.